Oh, you know, I was gonna not light the candle, but we're gonna light the candle because this tea is so hot. We're gonna get into it. Listen, hold up.
I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO.
All right, y'all. I am so excited to share this tea with you, and so excited that I'm getting ready for no reason. I'm going nowhere. I'm doing nothing. Like, may I jump on Twitch and play a little Sniper Elite? Yes. Ooh, you know what I might also do? I might go on ahead and have a movie night. I can do it tonight because I'm off 2 nights. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I last left y'all, hi, I'm Audra, for those of you who don't know. But when I last left y'all, we're waiting to see how Mr. Abel did. Now, Abel is on Route 10, and Route 10 is a beast of a route. And most of it's just because there's like a whole other neighborhood that's like far out, you know? As such, therefore, and forthwith, it makes things a bit difficult because like if you kind of drive for like, I don't know, between 10 and 15 minutes before you really ever are like delivering to a neighborhood. You have like one business, you know what I mean? And then it's just like riding, which I enjoy, especially in the summertime because baby, I can eat, you know what I mean? I can have a snack instead of taking like a full lunch. Like, that is my lunch, you know what I mean? And then I don't have to like be like, oh, I took a lunch, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, listen, child. For those of you who do not know, Wednesday was cold as in Texas. Like, it was ridiculous, okay? Oh, have y'all seen my Tears of My Enemies mug? Because this mug makes so much sense right now. Listen. Okay. So, the temperature was like 16 degrees, right? But, you know what? I might get into my Codon palette. Okay. Anyways, the temperature was like between 20 and 16 degrees, but the real feel, baby, was like -8. Imagine me, tall, skinny, cold, standing at these like collection box units, delivering mail and packages, just shivering like a chihuahua. It was a nightmare, okay? I mean, although I will say there were a couple times where I did actually start to get a little hot because I'm old and I think I'm going through the menopause. So anyways, that was Wednesday, and I was subbing on his route, which is what we do as RCAs. Listen, every time we do one of these little chats, you're gonna find out more about my job, and it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's so fun. This tea, I love being able to share this tea. Anyway, I am off on Thursday, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna film. I'm gonna have a good time, and that was my first kind of workplace tea chat, okay? Because I've been doing these chats about nothing. So, anyways. I was so thankful to be off Thursday because it was so cold. I was just like, no, I need to recover. I am old and I need to recover. Oh my God, I can't sing right now. Oh my God, because what time is it? Like 6:21. I just woke up. Oh my God, I've been awake for like not even a full hour because Bo had to use the bathroom. And Bo, side note, he has been in the sweater. One of y'all got him a sweater like maybe 2 years ago. Y'all, Bo loves him some clothes. He loves wearing clothes. And I tried to tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, he really likes his sweater. He likes being in his sweater. Well, my mom, when I'm at work, specifically during the holidays, but all the time, my mom takes Bo out, you know, for his like midday walk. She'll take him out for a midday walk. And if I don't make it home from work in time, especially and specifically during the holidays, she'll do like his last walk of the evening. So I tried to tell her, I was like, no, he really, really, really likes his clothes. You know what I mean? And she was like, oh, okay. I don't think she really grasped that, like, I meant that. Anyway, she tried to take his sweater off and he wasn't having it. He was like, girl. He got real stiff, wouldn't give her the pause to get out of the sweater. He was like, girl, you ain't getting me out of my clothes today. Anyways, back into the work team. Thursday, cold, again, I'm off. But work group text. And I see it flying back and forth. Do y'all know that man did not show up to work? Listen, not my black asshole. He didn't show up to work. He did not show up to work. He was just like, no, thank you. I think because obviously the real reason he didn't show up is because it's cold. Like, and he didn't want to do that behemoth route. And I was very upset about that because I was like, this is why you can't trust men. See, look, I just need to say this because if my scrawny ass can be out in the cold, like, you can do it too. Don't be a baby. Anyways, I'm so mean. I'm like, don't be a baby. Like, there's another woman there, Annette, and I love her because she is fabulous. She cracks me up. Very honest, very much a straight shooter. Enjoy. See, that's a phrase I get because it makes sense. Straight shooter, shoots straight. Unlike another, like, people are like, that's another barrel of fish. Why do we have so many barrels of fish? That there's another one that we're gonna talk about. What? Anyways, y'all, he didn't show up. And so my plucky team of RCAs was out there like late night having to like cover, because what y'all don't know is when somebody doesn't show up, like, this is why I tell y'all, the post office runs on indentured servant labor, indentured servitude. Because here's the thing, when somebody don't show up, we have to run the route. So you could run your whole route, right? Be done, and then get back and have to split another one. It's awful. And they'll try to be like, it's money. And I'm like, bitch, sometimes I'd rather be poor. Anyways, and I'm still poor. That's the worst part. I'm like sitting here like, girl, I'm still poor. When I had my other, what are those words? Anyways, I can't remember them. So, y'all, he doesn't show up. They had to split it, blah, blah, blah. This man shows up Friday, which was, Saturday. Yeah, because I was off Friday, sorry. Thursday, I was off Friday. Today is Saturday. Well, today's Sunday, but we're talking about Saturday. So let me get my timeline straight, because y'all, listen, it's hard to have track of time. You know what I mean? When you live the life that I lead. Anyway, when I tell y'all, so I'm there, and it's Christmas Eve, mind you. He does show up. But I think that they're like denying him because, boy, they are not going to accept that you were like, oh, sick or didn't feel well. And like, this is the thing, y'all. He's probably only run this route like 3 times maybe at this point. And I don't believe he's done it very many times by himself. It's so irritating to just watch a grown man do this bullshit. Anyways, because like, I'm just watching him just be like, sir, can you please grow the fuck up? Anyways, so let me tell you a little something about my postmaster, okay? This man always thinks that he is right. He has a very high opinion of himself, and he's always asleep. You know what I mean? Like, we take pictures of, like, I feel like we've taken pictures of him sometimes, just like assed out at the desk. And like, you'll go up to him and be like, hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm on the schedule for 2 routes, and like, I can't run 2 routes by myself. So, and then he'll be like, oh no, I'm like steps ahead of you. He'll say stuff like that. It's very irritating. Like, he'll be like, no, I'm 10 steps ahead. I'm like, no, you're not. We just told you about it. Anyways, he's like, I was going to ask you if you wanted. I'm like, you weren't going to ask us shit, sir. Anyways, this man has a thing where he likes to try to publicly humiliate you. So what he did to me one day was like, he was mad because I guess he tried to call me. And baby, listen, if I don't have your number, okay, and I don't know your number, I don't answer the phone. I don't like to talk on the phone. I don't enjoy the phone. I hate the phone. It gives me massive stress. I hate it with my entire being, okay? Okay. And because I hate the phone with every ounce of my being, baby, I'm not, anyways, so you know what, we're gonna get in, I'm gonna try another, like, trying to make multi-chromes, you know, professional look, and I'm gonna get into the Serenity palette, because I think I figured it out. I'm gonna use the Stark Brown. I know what I'm doing. Listen, I know what I'm doing. I think. So anyways, the point of the matter is that my boss, so he tried to humiliate me in front of everybody, being like, did y'all hear my throat make that weird little noise? Anyways, trying to be like, oh, you don't know how to answer your phone? I was like, did you call me? First of all, because he didn't even talk to, there's this thing where he's like passive aggressive, and I'm just like, sir, you are a grown ass man being passive aggressive. Like, you are the boss and you're passive aggressive. Get a hold of yourself. First and foremost, sir, be a grown up. But you know, men like him don't like to be grown ups. They like to be bullies. And that's what he was doing, trying to bully me. And I was like, not today. Not today, sir. So he's trying to like embarrass me, talking about how I don't answer my phone. And then he had the nerve to say that I wasn't an adult. He's like, that don't sound very adult to me. That doesn't sound like very adult. And I was like, I guess I'm not an adult then. And now it's like a joke at work that I'm not an adult, which I think is hilarious. Because listen, first of all, you can't just like embarrass somebody who's not embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm like, sir, I'm not embarrassed. I don't answer my phone. Like, why are you leaving me a voicemail in almost 2023, bro? Like, are you okay? That's what texting was invented for. It was invented for neurodivergent people who like hate trying to have a fucking phone conversation. We're like, oh. Like, listen, I feel like some technological marvels were invented by neurodivergent people who are like, is there a way we can talk but not talk? Thus, texting was invented. Anyways, so he tried, like, and he was talking real loud, trying to embarrass me, saying I wasn't an adult. And I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, I called my union steward, and that man don't really mess with me no more. Point is, he was trying this with Abel today, and he's done it to Kahlo, Kahlo is one of the hardest workers ever on the planet of workers. He will take some of the hardest, most awful routes, right, and work them. Doesn't complain, not one time. Doesn't complain, not one time. Kahlo is the best, all right? And he was trying to publicly humiliate Kahlo one day. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yelling and being like, Kahlo, what are you still doing in the office? Kahlo, get out of here. Kahlo. Sir, first of all, I was the one who was slow that day. He was yelling at Kahlo, and it was me. I feel like maybe like subconsciously I must have like actually gone slower just because I was pissed off. They was yelling at Kahlo, and I was like, don't be yelling at my Kahlo like that. I love him so much. He has 4 children. 4 children. I couldn't imagine even having one. Oh my God, I would drop dead. Anyways, back into Saturday. So now this man is wandering around talking mad smack, okay? Mad smack to Abel, like loudly, just like saying like, you know, you better not bring back no certs, which are certified letters and shit, which y'all pay your HOA fees for the love of God. We're so tired of going out. It's a waste of all of our time. Just pay the fees. Just pay them the money. Like, if they want, just pay them. But Jesus, you know what's only missing in this? There's one shade that I know it doesn't like go with anything, but like maroon. I do need like a maroony shade, and I will get that out of my trusty blends palette. Listen, don't play with me today. I'm gonna get into Vex right quick. Ways, y'all. So, what had happened was that he's like over there trying to humiliate this poor man, and I guess he's succeeding, but like, poor Abel, and listen, let me just tell y'all again, I don't like this man. And the reason I don't like him is, as I stated before, he is not being very professional, in my opinion. And just the fact that he just keeps like leaving work on everybody, like the way that he didn't come to work, I was like, baby, you gotta bring your ass to work now. Come on, don't be acting like that. Don't act like that. You know what I mean? Don't do that, because like, you put all this work on people again. That's the second time you've done it. You did it day 1, and now you've done it like day 3. Like, you've barely been working on this route. Now, let me tell y'all another thing. I tried to tell them, I believe it was Thursday. That's it. That's the timeline. I tried to tell him Thursday when I came back from doing his route, which I finished at like 4:30. Which I finished at like 4:30. And I tried to tell them, I said, hey, this would have been faster because it was a low mail day. And I was like, I would have been faster if he hadn't left so much mail behind. So please make sure he don't do that next time if I'm going to cover his route, you know? I need to take all that shit out and stop leaving it for me because I will not clean up your route for you. Listen, them's the rules. I'm not going to clean it up for you. I'm not going to pull your mail for you. Like, that is your job. You are the regular. You pull it. Don't. Anyways, I'm getting a little out of pocket here and you don't care about any of that. So that man is over there yelling at Abel because they see all this mail that he has left behind. Y'all, this first class mail. Now, for those of you who do not understand mail, you know sometimes you'll get mail from somebody who used to live there. Listen, if it don't say first class in the top right hand corner, throw. This interruption of work tea is brought to you by Dossier. Dossier reached out to me and asked if I would like to receive 2 cents from them, and I said, why sure, of course I would, because I love perfume. I chose woody tobacco, and the top notes are lemon, pink pepper, and neroli, and you will definitely smell the pink pepper. Yeah, it is very fragrant. Like, I catch it every time I sniff this one. The middle notes are rum, dry fruits, blonde woods, and the base notes are styrax, tobacco leaves, and vanilla. Its inspiration is Maison Margiela's replica jazz club Eau de Toilette, and that's why I picked this one, because that's actually one of my favorite scents, and I get it in a small, like the travel scent, because I'm a big baby and a weirdo. So I really enjoy this. I like that they are inexpensive, and if you will click the link, don't worry, it's not affiliated, but you do, as far as I'm aware, but you do get it. And like, look how pretty the bottle is. The bottle is so lovely, and you end up with a beautiful bottle. It comes to you beautifully packaged. I think for me, what I really like about this as well is that you get the card that tells you everything about the scent, because that like makes it so much easier for you to figure out what you like in a perfume. That's my opinion. You don't have to share it, but I very much enjoy that because I can be like, oh, I like this but not this. Like, I know that I like patchouli, it's very specific when I want that particular scent, but if it's not paired with the very specific things that I like it with, then I don't like it by itself like that. So I really like this one. It is a little spicier than I had intended it to be, but otherwise I like it. Now I'm ready for Sniper Elite 5, and now you're ready to continue the rest of the video. But first class mail, that is the mail that people pay to have delivered. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pay. They pay first class postage rates to have that shit delivered. He was holding that back. He tried to say it was just like junk, and we were like, sir, he bundles of mail, baby, bundles of mail. They had to like go through, fix it. The thing is, you have an office, like there's a postmaster. He has a whole ass office. He could have taken Abel in said office and had these conversations, but instead he having this conversation with him. That is a dog hair. That is not a gray hair. He's having this conversation with him loud as hell in front of everybody. I'm going into ACI 32 because I have been wanting to try to play with this properly, and I think I may have just found out, yep, this is how I'm going to play with it. That is perfection. Listen, I don't know how to tell y'all that I'm a winner, but I kind of look like a vampire right now, and that is tits. I'm going to bring y'all in closer for a second because, like, this has been one of my most challenging shades to work with. Every time I've tried to work with it, and now I have become the master. Listen, baby. Now that I'm awake, I'm probably gonna end up playing Sniper Elite 5 on Twitch, so. This is my Adept Codon palette, by the way, y'all. Again, ACI 32. In case anybody's trying to replicate this look, it doesn't matter. None of this will be linked in the description box below. All right. Listen. So anyways, this man is trying to humiliate poor Abel. And like, is Abel wrong? Yes, obviously. You can't just be making these decisions yourself and being like, oh, I'm just gonna, and I know what he was doing. Like, Y'all, there were buckets of flats and letters. Again, another quick description, flats and letters. Magazines don't make it through the sorting magazines. So magazines come separately in like bundles, right? And then letters, those are things that were missorted by in the DPS, which is your machine sorted mail. Now listen, I know that what DPS stands for something. I have forgotten what it stands for, but it's a machine and it sorts the mail, puts it all in order. That it's great, but when it all goes well. But so you get this every day, like missort letters, like all that kind of stuff. And the point is that man just tried to say that was all just like, anyways, it did not go well for him. But when I tell you the postmaster yelled loud as hell, like, "Are you trying to get fired?" And I was like, sir. Now, let me take you on a little side quest because this is why I love me some Alicia at work. Listen, I'm so glad we're friends. Again, I'm so glad we are friends now because I hated having static with her. I was like, what did we do? What did I do to upset you? So anyways, I like her. I like her so much because, listen, that man, the postmaster, tried to walk by her, right? And he was trying to be funny. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and bring that like burgundy shade down to my lower lash because I think that will be tits. So that man legitimately tried. Yep. Yes, it is. It is amazing. He started talking to her and she looked at him. She said, "Are you talking to me?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And she was like, "Well, you're not making eye contact. And you didn't call me by my name, so how am I supposed to know?" Listen, I wanted to give her a high five. Listen, I wanted to give her all of the high fives because it is rude as shit the way he does this. And then he tried to be like, "Oh, well, I've worked with so many people. I forgot I don't know your name." Sir, first of all, yes, you do. You are a liar. You know her name. You're just trying to like do these weird power plays and nobody likes it. Like, just stop it. Be a human. Jesus. Is it so hard to just be like a human being? Yes, it is. It's very difficult for people like him to be a human being because they very much enjoy making everyone around them extremely uncomfortable because that's their sense of power. I think it's his kink and he gets off on it. Like, good for you, dude, but we didn't sign up to be a part of your weird ass little kink. Okay, babes? Because I feel listen, I'm not kink shaming. If you enjoy a power dynamic, enjoy it, but make sure everyone's in on it. Anyways, she took him to school and then he once again was just like, "Don't try to outthink me." I'm like, that's not hard. But the thing about Alicia is she's very respectful and like all this stuff when it comes to, but you can't just be coming at her sideways. And he came at her like, not even just sideways. Like he came at her from all the different angles, y'all. Like, and none of them were correct. Anyways, we almost done with this look and the tea. Hold up. Didn't I tell you that I was a savage? You're a horse in your carriage. Now, here's where shit is about to get. Okay, I'm gonna use ACI 131 because it's like a pink. And I think that will complement the whole thing well. I'm doing like a Audra as a vampire look and I'm digging it. Anyways, I'm also probably going to use ACI 31 as my highlight, so that's that. Now, our union steward is actually coming into the office, y'all. Because Abel has had enough, and then we've had enough of Abel. Because here's the thing, like I said previously, if you bid on a route that is not in your office, right, no matter what you are, you really need to like check that route out because you do not want to end up in the situation that you're in. Because in our office, listen, the routes are jacked up. Like, I'm so serious because my supervisor, nice lady, actually, she's a nice lady, but here's the problem. She Every time the postmaster changes, she doesn't really even get an opportunity to do her thing. You know what I mean? And each one of them, like I said, every post office is its own little fiefdom. So however that postmaster wants to run it is how it's run. Like, there are rules, right? There are rules and regulations of every post office that you have to follow. But like, you know, with things like third class flats, you know, being like, oh, you can do that tomorrow. You can like get them all bundled and do them tomorrow. You know, shit like that. But it just, again, completely depends on the postmaster and how they want to run stuff. This man runs stuff with lies, I think. He runs things on lies and bullshit, and it's fine. Do you? Anyways, our union steward is now coming out, and I'm living for this because, yo, I love this kind of shit. I'm a dramatic ass bitch, and like, this is drama. This is a high point of drama. First of all, I've also never seen our union steward, and then somebody said that, oh, Sherry, she told me he was a ginger, and I was like, baby, I love me a ginger. You know what I mean? Like, I do not like men in general, specifically straight men, very specifically cishet men. Howsomever, gingers are the exception to the rule. Redheaded men are different. I'm so sorry, but it's true. Redheaded men are different. I will always be nice to them. They're always nice to me. Y'all, when I move out of Texas, I'm gonna start dating again. It's gonna be nice. I don't date here because everyone's a Republican and I'm not into it. And they pretend that they're not, but they are. Like, my ex-husband is really low-key a Republican. He just doesn't know it. Don't tell him. He'll be very upset. Anyways, oh, bitch, I'm killing it with this look right now. I'm telling y'all, I'm killing it. Like, I look gorgeous. Anyway, like, I am mad impressed. This is why I'm glad. Listen, I'm so glad I'm doing these, like, tea videos because I love just being able to play with my makeup and then, like, chat with y'all. And then, like, I'm just creating these, like, killer-ass looks that I don't think that I would have created. Oh, my God. I don't think I would have created if I was, like, really trying to talk about the products. Anyways, our union steward is coming, and I like him a lot, actually, just, like, from the conversations I've had with him. Because he is a very, like, straight shooter as well. Like, he's not going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to tell you, like, how it actually is. And, like, that's really helpful, you know? Especially in this job, because you really have to pay attention to things like how the contract is written, etc., etc. Because if you don't, baby, you can end up in some trouble. Trouble. Sorry for the weird random French accent that I just like threw at you. Like, what? What? Sydney. Oh my God, no, not the lid. Oh my God, y'all. I found it. I already lost one of my drench. One of my drench eyeliners because I lost the lid. It was horrible. So Tuesday, the union steward is coming, and I am just like, the fan. I need to start turning the fan off because it starts drying this out as I'm using it. And I'm like, bitch, but look at me. Look at cute as fuck. Okay, anyways. So we'll see how that all pans out. I have a different Moira blush because, listen, I'm on this kick, and they had the signature ombre blushers and Ruby Flush. I don't feel like this was there originally. It could have been. I, again, apologize for the random, like, French accent. I don't know where it's coming from, to be honest. Like, I have no fucking idea. It just shows up, and I'm like, Anyway, we got to be careful with this because this is super pigmented. And the last time I played a little hard, and I was like, oh, my goodness. And listen, I'm never going to regret my blush. Whether I have on too much or too little, baby, I don't care. I am not going to regret it. You see how, that's what I'm talking about. This is why you use your freaking eyeshadows as your highlight. Because, baby, nothing's gonna match better. Like, nothing's gonna match better. The look at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. So, first things first, I'm the realist. But I'm going to get to meet my union steward, I think, maybe. And we're gonna find out what's gonna happen from there because, baby, it is getting ugly. It is getting hot in here, and I think he's gonna need to take off all his clothes, and that is something I do not want to see. Ugh. Anyway, so that is just about it for the workplace drama. Y'all, on Netflix, I started watching The Recruit. Now, y'all, is anybody else watching that? It's got Noah Centineo in it. And you know what? Now that he's not handsome, he's a much better actor. Because he's not, he's not playing like the hot, like young high schooler, even though like he was way past that. We're going to let that alone. But he's really good in that. And now I want to rewatch it because you know how when you have ADHD, you start watching something, right? And then you're like, I'm really sleepy. And then you go to sleep and then you wake up and you're kind of like osmosis watching it. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh. And then you catch like the last 3 episodes of the entire show. But I mean, you still know what's happening, right? It's a spy thriller, y'all. It's so good. It actually is really good. It's very entertaining. It's really like pulling me in there. I'm like, yes, baby. Give me all of the drama. Give it up. Oh my God, I think I may have finally kind of mastered this mascara. I'm going to say that and then I'm going to jab myself in the eye like I always do. So annoying. And also, let me know if y'all watched Holiday, because you should. That is also on Netflix. This is not sponsored by Netflix. What deep, dark lip shall we do today? I think I'm going to get back into compa because I really liked this last time. So I'm going to use it again. It very much goes with the vampiness of this look. Like, yes, bitch. I could also do pink, but it's fine. And here is my finished look. Let's come in close. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me for another workplace tea where I was Frank and you were Mabel. Appreciate you for chilling. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up so then that way, I mean, the algorithm doesn't care if you like it, but it makes me feel better, honestly. It does. It inflates my very sadly uninflated ego. This video, as is all my videos, is sponsored by my patrons and channel members without whom I would not be able to create this wild, wonderful, wacky content that you see before you today. So thank all of you. I hope all of you had a wonderful holiday, and I hope you have a safe new year whenever that happens. I don't actually know. You know what I mean? I know it's 31st and the 1st, like I get that, but just bear with me. And remember, you only have to like this video. That's all I ask, because you do not have to subscribe. You just have to watch. Thank you, and we're out of here.